6:24 this morning, 911 call was made from a 32-year-old man here at the home behind me on Greer Road, telling dispatchers that he had shot and killed his wife and two young daughters. 911 dispatchers tried their best to keep him on the phone while an off-duty East Precinct sergeant was on his way home and was close to this address and responded to the scene. He was the first one on scene and was attempting to try to talk with this man over the PA system in his patrol car to surrender himself and surrender his weapon. At 6:38, a single gunshot was heard from inside the home, and that's when that sergeant entered the home and found that 32-year-old man in the living room with a gunshot wound. He then proceeded to check the rest of the home for additional victims, found a 6-year-old girl in a bedroom at the front of the home and a 13-year-old girl in a back bedroom of the home, both with gunshot wounds, as the man's 32-year-old wife in the master bedroom. The 13-year-old daughter and the 32-year-old wife both had signs of life still, so medics were called to the home and they were both rushed to a local hospital. The 13-year-old daughter was pronounced dead at the hospital, and the 32-year-old wife died in surgery this morning. At this point, the scene is still being processed. All of this is under investigation. We're in the process of notifying this family of this tragic incident, and we'll have more information throughout the rest of the day.
Have the police ever been called to this home before? Have there been other instances that were known to the police?
Nothing that we are aware of in terms of anything domestic related, but we are still going through and trying to figure out his state of mind at this point and kind of what led up to this. There was, some signs that dispatchers had seen of mental health issues, and this man was obviously in crisis at that point, and just a really awful tragedy this morning.
Did he tell 911 why he did this?
He was experiencing some mental health issues, and was obviously in a crisis internally, but as to a specific reasoning at this time, no.
Did all this happen inside the home, or was any of it take place outside? Because I noticed that number plate up there.
No, it was all inside the home.
Do you know what kind of weapon was used?
He had a Glock gun.
What caliber, do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but it was a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are we in the county-wise? I mean, I feel like we're way out in the county.
We're definitely outside of Nashville, but this is Goodlettsville, right on the county line.
Is Goodlettsville involved at all?
No, as far as I'm aware, this is right on the county line, and so this is our jurisdiction.
Anything else we didn't ask?
No, we'll be notifying the family, obviously, of what has gone on, and we'll be processing the scene, and we'll get more information on identities and any other details that we are able to release to you guys later in the day. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They can, 911 dispatchers obviously were, very responsive and trying to talk him through this, and as well as a mobile crisis unit. But there are plenty of resources throughout the city and throughout the county for people that are experiencing a mental health crisis, whether that be internally or something that they have depression issues and anxiety and things, and this is the time of year where a lot of people seem to be experiencing it following the holidays and with the colder weather and obviously a pandemic. So, I think that we are definitely in that kind of a society right now where there's a lot of mental health issues going on. And we do have a crisis response team that's in our Hermitage and North precincts that have been going out and responding with our officers to some of these calls. But at this point, it's just something that we have to work on as a community and as a society to lift these people up.
The wife was transported to Vanderbilt.
Yes.
As far as you know, she's still living.
No, she's deceased
Okay,
as well.
sorry.
Yeah. She died in surgery, and the 15-year-old, or the 13-year-old, daughter was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Also Vanderbilt.
Yes, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Is there anybody still left in the home? As far as
Not that
deceased?
I'm aware.
Okay.
It was just the 4 people in this family.
Are there any pets in the home? I hear dogs barking.
From what I understand, there was a pit bull in the backyard, and I believe a small dog as well that was either inside or outside of the home. So we also have animal control coming to get those pets.